introduce our panel today. First, we have Randy Huggins, the executive producer of Black Mafia Family. We are also joined by stars Demetrius Flannery Jr., Da Vinci, Asiona Alexis, Miles Truitt, and Eric Kofi Abriva. We'll begin by allowing our leader to set some context and, give an overview of this compelling, cinematic, gripping crime family drama that he and executive producer and director Curtis 50 Cent Jackson have created. So tell us about the world of Black Mafia Family. Randy Huggins.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Black Mafia Family is a series that tells about the life and times of Demetrius Flannery and Terry Flannery, their life story. And we start in season 1. When I first met Meech, what was interesting is that he was like, everybody know about these dudes from Detroit that went to Atlanta and started getting money. But he was like, I don't want to tell that story. He's like, I want to tell the origin story so that people understand why we made the decisions that we made. And so I took that and I ran with that. And, our series at its core, the series is about family. It's about love for one another. It's really about where they come from, Southwest Detroit. You know what I mean? Because that was the backdrop behind their story. And ultimately, it really is about brotherhood. I think it's a universal story, as I said, about love that I hope every nationality can relate to, every family, no matter your socioeconomic status. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you'll be able to see yourself in these characters that, we created and the wonderful actors that we chose to play that and bring that to life.
Yes, first I want to say I appreciate Stars and Lionsgate for letting us tell the story and Randy and 50 coming out with it. And it just really was down to the whole journey. Like, when I first started, when 50 first called me and told me he wanted me to go to acting classes and play my dad and really be in acting classes for a year and a half, 5 days a week, 2 times a day, and really focus on acting for a year and a half straight before I could actually even audition to play my dad. So it was really like life or death for me when I first started, especially being my first time ever acting. I had to learn how to act, really learn the foundation of acting, really learn how to tie my emotions into scenes and be able to be my dad but still be me and be able to tie what he went through and the choices that he made and the stuff that he was going through back then and tie it to my real life and to show you guys like, everything was real. And I feel like every cast member, we all a family now. Everybody tried their best, tried 100% their hardest. I watched everybody, blood, sweat, and tears for 4 months. We really did that and really used ourselves with real life circumstances in every single scene and tried our hardest. So I feel like the whole world is gonna love the show. And it don't matter what ethnicity you are, what race you are, you're gonna be able to tie yourself or tie your life to the show because it's a story of brotherhood, not just drug dealing. It's a story of soul and family and wanting to see who brothers wanting to see their family not struggle no more. And especially with the what do you call it, with the stuff that basically they were given in Detroit back in the 80s, it was no opportunity. So they had very few opportunity and made the best out of what they did. And look who we here now telling the story now. So I feel like everybody's gonna be able to tie themselves into the show and be able to love the show and get a good feeling for it.
Sure.
This project was a special project for sure. This is one for the culture. I think when you watch this project, if it's received in the right POV, you're gonna understand that this is the American dream. And what I mean by that is like when you look at this country, the founding fathers of this country did a whole bunch of criminal activities to gain power. You know, coming to this country and saying, "Oh, this is a new land," when people was clearly living there. That was some gangster shit. Um, but you know what these brothers did, being put in this messed up situation. You know, poverty is the mother of all crime, and it's like with that being said, it's like in order to get out of that, it's certain things you got to do. But the way they paid it forward after leaving, after gaining that financial success, and you know they're providing scholarships, funding people businesses. You know the reason why we're here 30 years later, right now, you know we have this job that you guys are questioning us is because of their legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's the American dream, right there. So I just wish the project is received well and it's looked at on a deeper level than it's just selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? When you put yourself in these kids' situation, you know what I'm saying? What other options you know they had, and they try to make good with their situation, and you're gonna have a lot of compassion for every character and just understanding, and it's bigger than just a drug story that's glamorizing women and money and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Just to kind of go off what Meech and Da Vinci talked about, just the project alone is so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than everything that we're doing. It's such a statement in time to be able to capture a moment, in the 80s that was so significant to the world across, it reached masses. And it's just so rare. It's so beautiful. It was just so authentic to even just to have a role like Kato, of this magnitude seen in this light, and to see brothers coming together, to make it in the world in general. And this story, it really shows the dynamics of how our culture and our stories can be told in so many different ways. So I was just so excited to have diversity and to have so many moving parts to really bring out the truth in this story. I think, like Meech was saying, everyone's going to be able to relate to this. It's going to reach masses. Not only that, it's going to show you a different perspective of just your circumstances, your environment, and just give you a better understanding of like what people have to do to survive. It's also a story about family love. It has so many important themes, but it's about survival and how certain people, you have to do what you need to do to provide for your family. And it brings out the good, it brings out the evil. But I love that it's showing that it's all for a bigger purpose. And it's just it's a door opening to more of what we can do with storytelling in the film and television side.
Oh wow. Well, I auditioned from overseas. I just auditioned like doing self tapes and stuff, and I was lucky enough to do the job. And then like on a personal note, like literally just before I was supposed to get here, I got I had COVID, and so like I had to kind of I had to make sure that I recovered, and it was getting tight, like to the extent where it was a possibility of me not even being able to make it. But luckily, the production fought for me, Randy, Tasha fought for me to be here, and then I got here, and then when I got to Atlanta to shoot, the love that I received, I'm like, and I hadn't even done anything. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh man, it was just overwhelming. So even then, I mean, I knew I was coming to serve a story, but even just receiving that love from the cast, I was like, nah, we've got to pay homage, even though that was what I was going to do anyway. And then doing it was just mind blowing. The story was dope, and also just being able to create that family vibe with everybody, man. Like I love the whole cast. Like it's been an amazing experience for me.
Honestly, I had so much fun. I didn't realize how much relations I was going to build with people, and I did. Meech and eventually they're like my brothers now, you know what I'm saying? They fam, Kobe, Eric, you know what I'm saying? Agent Young, like everybody's just like a family. And once I gained a better understanding of Black Mafia Family's story, I just wanted to create a better understanding of like what it means to be a Black family in those type of households that are in those environments and how they, you know what I'm saying, come out of those. And with that American dream. But this is how it's going to be told, and we have an outlet to tell it. So yeah, for sure.